My fiance totaled his car, so he asked me to co-sign his loan, but he impulse bought an expensive car behind my back, so I'm about to impulsively leave him. Posted by you/LadySora12. My 26F fiance, 30M, was in a car accident recently. He's fine, but his car was totaled. The mechanic said there's no way to fix it. My fiance needs a car for work, so he's been looking into car loans. Over dinner, he told me that, due to his bad credit, he can't get a good loan. I have a high credit score, so he asked if I would be willing to co-sign the loan with him. It caught me off guard, so I told him to give me a few days to think about it. I called my dad for advice, and he said he thinks it's a bad idea because, if my fiance doesn't pay on time, they'll come after me, and it'll ruin my credit. I'm on the fence. I want to help, but I can't ignore my father's logic. Do I co-sign the loan or listen to my dad? Relevant comments. Commenter 1, is he looking to get a brand new car? If so, then no. I wouldn't do that for a fiancé. Would I loan a couple of grand to help buy a used car outright? Sure, that is something I could realistically do for a fiancé. But does he not have enough savings to purchase a used car? If he doesn't have $3,000 to $5,000 set aside as emergency funds for moments like this, that's concerning. And what about the insurance here? His car was totaled. Does the insurance cover some of that, or was it entirely his fault? I am someone who expects the other person to live within their means. Terrible credit and no savings. Maybe a brand new car is a horrible idea if that is what he is going for. Perhaps he needs to buy a cheaper car where he isn't being hammered with monthly payments. Something that is affordable within his means. Rebuilding credit isn't that hard. It is a process, for sure, but if he hasn't been focusing on restoring his credit over the past couple of years, that sounds like a him problem. It's one of those things. You're about to marry the guy, and you want proof that your future husband is fully capable of holding his own, making smart decisions, not just you bailing him out because you're available. OP, we've been working on rebuilding his credit. Our pastor's day job is as a financial advisor, so he's been helping us with money matters. I have substantial savings and excellent credit, so I'm fine, but it's a work in progress for my fiancé. The pastor created a schedule for my fiancé, and it's working. His credit still isn't great, but it's better than it used to be. Also, I'm pushing for my fiancé to get an older, used car. It's actually a condition for my help. I told him that if I do help with payments, I get some say in the type of car. There is no way he's buying a newer model at some big dealership. Between the wedding and looking at apartments, we need all the money we can get. Commenter 2, so he totaled his car and his bad credit? Absolutely not. I agree, he has bad credit for a reason. Don't let his irresponsibility rub off on you. OP, trust me, I'm not. After the pastor laid out his total debt and showed us the schedule to pay it all off, the first thing I did was go to his house and force him to shred all his credit cards. Commenter 3, it is a massively bad idea. There are ways for people with bad credit to buy a car besides having their girlfriends co-sign. Also, if his credit is so bad that he can't get a car loan, you may want to push back the wedding on the condition that he get his credit score up to an acceptable level if you all want to live together after marriage in a place of your own. Update. 3 days later. I didn't know how to update, but something serious happened. The morning after I made my original post, my fiancé went out and bought a new car. I was at the mall around noon when he messaged me, saying he went ahead and got a car. I was stunned. We started talking, and he said he felt bad putting me in that position, so he decided to get what loan he could and bought a car with it. I can 100% say I have never been so angry with him. I'm happy I don't have to worry about co-signing anymore, but I feel betrayed. We agreed to wait 3 days before making a decision, but he just went ahead and did this without saying anything to me. That's always been my biggest complaint with him, his impulsiveness. He just jumps right into anything without thinking. Another thing I'm angry about is the actual car. Instead of going to a small shop and getting a cheap used car, he went to a big dealership. He didn't get a brand new car, but it's way fancier than what he needs. The loan is also about $23,000. I told him to not talk to me and to give me a few days to think. I'm just so frustrated. Why couldn't he just tell me that he decided he didn't want me to co-sign a loan with him anymore? Why didn't he involve me in choosing a car? We're getting married, so I'd like to be part of these decisions. Top comments. Commenter 1, he didn't involve you because you would say no. It wasn't an accident. Rethink marriage and dating with him, unless you want more decisions he just makes without you and that will upset you. Commenter 2, he doesn't respect you as his life partner. He's the main character, and you're along for the ride. Commenter 3, on the one hand, he's an adult, and you don't have shared finances, so he doesn't need to consult you on a purchase like this. On the other hand, given the whole past, his bad spending habits, being on a debt repayment plan organized by your pastor, having bad credit, And the fact he was asking you to co-sign originally, he still doesn't have to get your permission, but you've been trying to get him to be fiscally responsible, and he knew this was not responsible, and that you'd stop him. So, he didn't tell you. I'd be rethinking marriage to this guy. He just makes dumb choice after dumb choice. Maybe you won't be impacted by this purchase, but he's going to screw you over financially eventually. It's hard to recover when someone wrecks you financially.